It was about public schools because I kind of made a rant about this at work yesterday. So, and it's great that I have an international audience right now, but I don't know how y'all's public schools work. I'm sure they're much better than how they are here in America. Um, but for us who live here in Texas, we have this great thing called a standardized testing system in the public school system. And standardized tests suck.
Yes, it is.
So I took the tax test.
Yeah, you mean the exit exam for high school, right?
Hmm?
When you graduate from high school, right? Yeah, we graduated around the same age from high school, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we did like the top tax test at first, we did the tax test or whatever. I bet, I think I barely passed it, the verbal testing for that test. I was at the academic score for that, I was easy.
Quick reply to Mark Plays. I like Crash Team Racing from the PlayStation 1. First racing game I ever played. Uh, but back to my point. So, yeah, so Kevin and I have taken this, the tax test. I actually took, since, I mean, I guess we graduated around the same time. So, you remember taking like the TOS test in elementary school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we took the TOS test and the tax test. People now take the STAR test.
Same name,
Yeah, basically.
yeah, different, same name, different name, same, yeah,
They just changed the fucking name, and they.
yeah.
And here's my thing about the STAR test, or any like fucking standardized test altogether. Here's my thing about it. Fuck 'em. A lot of people are going to sit there and tell you every excuse in the book on why having this test is a great idea for helping people out and or helping the kids out, helping them get into the right grade, this, that, and the other. Like, no. The STAR test.
Is that what regular testing is for, like during the whole school year?
Yes, exactly. That is exactly my point. The STAR test is nothing. The STAR test doesn't mean shit. Period. The STAR test only allows you to walk the stage your senior year of high school, and that is it. It doesn't get you into college. It doesn't get you a professional job. It doesn't get you anything. It is basically an assessment of how smart you are by the time you walk the stage. And if you don't pass that test, you don't get to walk the stage, no matter how fucking good you are in all the courses that you've taken over your high school career. No matter what. It is a stupid, stupid requirement. I hated the tax test when I took it. I know people who are taking the STAR test right now, and they fucking hate it. I had this rant yesterday, and I'm glad I brought it up. And I think it is an important thing to think about. There are countries around the world that are beating us in education, not because they have some other crazy system. It's because they probably don't have the same goddamn a testing system that we have here in America. A lot of states have this fucking thing, and it's stupid. And I would like it if Mark Place would let me know if they have like something similar to this, like a standardized testing system in grade school level. But at the same time, I fucking hate it. Like, think about it.
I think they do have, I think they do have some sort of, like, they have some sort of level exam or something, I don't know what you call it. So I think I told my doctor who, like, I hear in reference, like, yeah, I got whatever grade on my, whatever exam that they have. I think they did,
Okay. Mark Place has never heard of the STAR test. And that's fine, and that's perfectly fine, and I'm glad you don't have to worry about it. But okay, for our international viewers who can still understand what I'm saying, here's the thing: STAR test is like a lot of tests in most states in the United States. It is a fucking standardized test that students have to take in the third, eighth, and 11th grade, unless they've changed it since I've left. But the STAR test is a stupid test that educators, that lawmakers in the state capital and most state capitals across the country have said that this shit is needed in order for you to walk the stage in your senior year of high school. In order to get your diploma that says you can graduate high school, not to get in college, not to transfer to a college, not to get into a professional trade, not to even get a job. This does nothing other than help you walk the stage. And it really sucks when you get into high school. It really fucking sucks when you get into high school. When kids want to get into special or niche classes and want to learn about stuff, they'll get some of that, but they're always prepping for the fucking STAR test.
Yeah, it's pretty much what I'm saying. They don't speak. Like I hear like they don't speak what they can't speak like properly. They have to speak to for you to take the test.
Exactly. Literally, go to any class. Go to any class in high school, or hell, in middle school, even elementary school. Those teachers who have spent years in college, who are probably taking the exact same damn test, a similar form of it, and they have to take that stupid test, and they have worked their ass off in college to get their teaching certificate, to get their degree in education, to actually do something with their lives, to help children succeed as they move on to the next step. They sit there and they work and they bust their ass to get that teaching certificate, to get that degree. For what? When they start actually teaching in high school or elementary school or middle school, any grade school in the public school system whatsoever, they're not really going to teach their students much of anything other than to take the fucking STAR test. Other than to take one test that doesn't get them anywhere at all.
Okay, so what I'm reading right now is like in the U.S., the high school, all you need is a high school diploma to get in college, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the United Kingdom, the high school diploma is actually like does not qualify record for college. There's like a secondary education exam that is in the UK is like level like year 11. You have the equivalent to high school diploma, but then like the A-level exam is for university and history. You get 3 years later, and it is like equivalent to the AP program here, like advanced placement.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the equivalent to that. You have to like I can think of like
Yeah, I see it.
like GCE and that level stuff. It's like that A-level. Yeah, so pretty much I think that's one of the exams they have because then it's actually for you to get to college. So that's more work than the what is it? Than the tax test. But also it's very subjective. Like different states can require different things like their state exam.
Yeah, and that's a great point to bring up. That is an excellent point to bring up.
You know,
Think
I'm
of,
surprised. One thing I'm surprised. Texas did not ever try putting like religious studies on their tax. So I'm not surprised if I did that.
I'm surprised too. And here's the thing about that: other states have different standardized tests, and it fucking sucks. Because guess what? They probably are the teachers are sitting there probably teaching these kids how to do this stupid test. A test that doesn't get them into college. It doesn't get them a job. It doesn't get them anything.
Eventually, yes, it
No, and no. And I get that. But here's the thing. Does it really prepare them for college? It doesn't. It doesn't prepare them for college. It doesn't help them earn the education that they need to learn in order to take college courses and do well in them. That it doesn't. I worked at Texas A&M for 9.5 years. For 9.5 years, I had to deal with stupidity after stupidity. People don't know how to fucking think on their own, and they're fucking in college because somehow mommy and daddy got them in there, or they graduated top X, Y, or Z% in their small town class, even though that doesn't mean shit because they didn't really learn very much, and how the hell they're in college, because they're going to drop out, and they're going to be like, they didn't really learn much of anything because the public school system fucking screwed them. I know, I'm a fucking product of that school system. It took me 12 years to get to my degree. A degree that I waited 12 years to get, and on December 17th, I'll finally get it. But I should have gotten it earlier because I should have been able to learn a lot more in the public school system than I did. Because you know what? I was preparing for a fucking test that even if you do graduate and you do get into college, you're not going to learn much of shit afterwards. It is stupid.
You know, if it wasn't for that top 10% rule in Texas, I would not have been to A&M, right?
Exactly. You know what? It's just as bad as any person who is excellent at sports. Sports is one of the worst. Because let's face it, they're sitting there, a lot of times other people are doing those tests for them because they're so good at athletics, they don't want to see their grades drop.
Here's a funny one. Did you hear about the Longhorn, what is the Longhorn? It was last summer, the Longhorn recruit. Longhorn recruit.
Mm-hmm.
There was something like, they took the SAT test, but then they got flagged for inconsistency. Because, you know, sometimes, like, you take the test, because after they keep track of all your test scores, and if the differences is too high, they say, wait, something's not right here. So they had to take it again, and, like, they had to take it a third time because the test scores were so so weird. And also, I heard another one that the guy intentionally flunked the class just so he cannot qualify to become because he wants to avoid going to the Longhorns.
Lol. But here's the thing about it. Here's the big thing about it. Like, these athletes, street smart, yeah. Book smart, no.
Facebook smart, no. Street smart, no.
Like, they actually have, like, some of these seniors who graduate from college, they'll go back into college and actually do educational stuff because they probably didn't learn a fucking thing because everyone loved them for their athletic abilities. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, all the shit that people say, oh, like, there's here in Bryan College Station, hello, new watcher. Welcome to the show. I'm in the middle of a rant. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. Like, there's another local station here, KBTX, and they do this segment called Classroom Champions, and I'm just like, that segment is a piece of dog shit. It is a piece of dog shit, and the reason I say that is because that doesn't mean anything. They basically sit there and watch them take a class or two, but that doesn't really matter. A lot of them are doing a lot of other sports, and because they're so fucking good at those sports, it doesn't even matter that they're doing well in class. It doesn't. Because you know what they're doing? They're sitting there preparing for the STAR test. Even if they were trying to academically succeed, they're preparing for a fucking test that, yeah, will get you a fucking diploma in order to get you into college, but won't teach you much of anything once you get into college. You'll be sitting there wondering, what the fuck is going on? Why am I in college? I didn't even learn much in high school. And it is stupid. I hate it. I hate the fact that we have that segment. I hate the fact that we have the fucking STAR test. Teachers are put to a standard. Teachers are put to a standard. I know because my sister was a teacher. She had to beat a certain standard in her class so that people who sat there and they took the test, and if their teachers didn't, if the students that are under that teacher didn't do well on the STAR test, they were put in the question of how well they were teaching their kids to study for the STAR test. These kids have enough shit on their plate. They have enough stress on their plate. They're already studying for other exams within those classes on top of studying for a stupid STAR test. Those kids have enough pressure as it is to deal with the STAR test, to deal with this shit, to deal with extracurricular activities so they can be productive outside of school, because inside of school they're not doing much of shit. Because that shit doesn't mean anything after they leave. No job, no professional job is going to look at your resume and say, hey, I did great on the STAR test. No one. Not a single job looks at a fucking STAR test. Not a single one. You can't tell me of a job anywhere in America, or the world for that matter, that sits there and says, oh, you did well on the STAR test, or you did well on whatever Alabama, or Arkansas, or New York, or Utah, or Arizona, or California, or New Mexico, or North Dakota has on their fucking standardized testing exam that gives them a diploma that allows them to get into college. You can't tell me and sit there with a straight face and tell me that a job looks at there and says, you did well on that standardized test so you could get in college. You know what they're looking at? They're looking at the grades you did in college. They're looking at the degree that you got. If you did well, if you did really well, yeah, that's where you get your 6 figures. No one gives a shit what you did in high school. No one. Not a damn person who has ever graduated from high school gives a shit what you did there. There are some jobs that'll let you work there if you have at least a high school diploma, but you're not going to make it very far. Sorry, I have to bring that truth out, but you're not going to make it very far. You want to make it far? Get into college. Learn as much as you fucking can in college. That's what's going to get you that $100,000 job, that nice home, that pretty cool car. That's what's going to get you the success that you want to make as an adult. Nothing. I'm sorry, I have to break it to people, but high school does nothing. And it's sad that I have to say that. It is really fucking sad that I have to say that. But high school students here in America, a lot of them do not learn jack shit. They don't learn jack shit. And it's all because of this stupid test. They don't learn jack shit, and they wonder why they don't get a job. It's because the public school system screwed you. They don't get jack shit, and it's sad. And you wonder why the education system in America is so inferior to a lot of school systems around the world. Educationally, academically, we're still being laughed at.
I wonder how much is because of, not like the money that they provide to public education is not being spent well. It could be that it was not spent well. In fact, it's kind of hard to fix that because you can throw all the money you want at it, but if they're wasting it, it's not.
No. And here's the thing. Here's the thing, and that's a perfect point. Donald Trump sat there and said time and time again he wants to fix the education system. He said he wants to make the education system great again in this country. You know how you can do that, Trump? Here, I'll give you a suggestion. Get rid of standardized testing in schools. Get rid of it. No one learns from that. It gets you a diploma, but that's it. You don't learn jack shit until you reach college. You don't learn a fucking thing until you reach college. Kids spend at least, 10, 15 years of their life in school to learn a few things and nothing more. They learn more in their extracurricular activities than they do in actual education and actually sitting down listening to the teachers. And the teachers are put on a pedestal saying, if I don't get all these students to do well on this test, then my job is in jeopardy because I didn't teach them to pass a test. Not because I'm a bad teacher, not because I didn't teach them very much, not because I'm a bad educator, but because of one test and I didn't meet one standard. Not one. I am tired of people saying that the STAR test is a great measurement of how smart students are. And apparently the Netherlands aren't much better. I am sick and tired of people saying that the STAR test is a great thing. For anyone who believes that standardized testing does you very good beyond high school, it doesn't. It doesn't. I don't want to hear anyone sit there and tell me that the fucking STAR test is a great thing. You know why? Because I'm a product of that shitty system. I didn't learn much out of high school. You know why? Because I was concerned about things that I actually enjoyed doing that I wasn't able to learn much in the other classes because they were so obsessed with one test. I made straight F's on my first semester of college at Blinn. You know why? Because I had to take remedial classes, because I had to take the same damn test that I took in high school. And I couldn't pass it because I didn't learn much. Because I was focused on one test. The final exams that I took in all those high school classes don't mean shit. The education system in Texas, all they see is how well you did on the STAR test. And then the THEA. You don't learn shit after that. And the fact that I had to sit here and rant about that, the fact that I had to sit there and say that this doesn't mean shit, and if there are any high school kids that are watching this here in the United States and even around the world, they're seeing this and are thinking, man, that makes sense. I'm glad you agree. For those of you who don't see it, you're probably either in a private school where you can actually get somewhere, or somehow the school system has made you delusional and think that this is all what I'm saying is a lie. Because guess what? It's not a lie. It is a damn truth. It is a sad truth, but it's a damn truth. It is sad that I have to sit there and mention that. It is sad that I have to sit here after trying to, as hard as I can, to get out of high school. Do you know that I tried 3 times to get into Texas A&M and I couldn't because I wasn't doing well in Blinn because I didn't learn much from high school. I could have been at A&M in 2007. I could have been sitting here with 2 degrees by now. But I'm just now barely getting my bachelor's, much less a PhD or a master's. It's sad. It is truly and pathetically sad. It is sad that I have to sit here and talk about the school system in America the way I have to. But it is a fact. Jobs. Big jobs. Little jobs. Tons of jobs. Be it educational, retail, what have you. In order to be a manager, not a single damn one of them give a shit of what you did in high school. Not a single one of them. I can tell you that for a fact. You know why? Because you don't learn shit in high school. And the fact that you don't learn shit in high school means that you're ruining these kids' lives. It is bullshit. And I hate to have to talk about it, but maybe, just maybe, if someone hears this and sends this up to the top, maybe something can be done about it. Because right now, I can tell you, I am speaking for every single person that has been a victim of this school system. I'm better now. Let me look at the chat. Sorry I've been ignoring y'all. We have education levels that, and the cytototes will decide what level you will do.